Hello, everybody. Welcome and thank you for joining me today. I hope everybody's having a wonderful time attending the different sessions of today's Your Dreaming event. I'm thrilled to be here to present this topic. How did our first Spiff implementation go? Let me give you a quick overview of today's session, what you will hear in the next 30 minutes. An overview of the Salesforce Sales Performance Management Suite, an overview of Spiff. For those of you who are new to Spiff, it is an incentive commission management tool which Salesforce had acquired recently, and it is packaged along with the Sales Performance Management Suite. Then I would give you a quick demo of the Spiff tool and walk you through our journey of our first Spiff implementation. And finally, we'll share a few challenges and workarounds and solutions that we took to overcome those challenges. So, who am I? I'm Pranu Sebastian. I'm the co-founder and consultant at Amdrod Technologies. Amdrod is a trust Salesforce implementation partner. Also, I lead the Salesforce user group Nuremberg, Germany. So this is where I am. Germany is where I am currently based in. Personally, I've been in the Salesforce ecosystem for more than 12 years now. Started as a developer, then as a lead solution architect, and now a consultant and heading the delivery and operations at Amdrod. Why am I talking about Spiff? So Amdrod was fortunate enough to have an opportunity to implement Spiff for one of our clients. So they were one of the first adopters of Spiff after Salesforce acquired Spiff. So we were already doing CPQ for them, and then we took over the challenge of implementing Spiff. That actually opened a whole new world of ICM and got us introduced to Spiff. So let's get started. Would like to introduce you to the Sales Performance Management Suite. What is SPM? So SPM is an add-on to the Sales Cloud to enhance and equip the sales team to perform effectively and efficiently. So they have different tools that supports the sales team to perform better. So one is the sales planning tool. So the sales planning tool helps in setting up targets and actionable strategies based on territories and so on for a business. Then there's sales program. So it is an enablement tool for the sales representative. So it has resources and guides for the sales reps to do their sales pitches and their narrative, to refine the narratives that they tell to clients. So the sales program also has Sales Coach, which is powered by AI. So the Sales Coach is their personal coach whom they could go to and practice their sales pitches. Then comes Salesforce Map. So this is a very powerful tool, which is particularly of interest to salespeople who go in the field to meet and visit customers. So the Salesforce maps give them an optimal route based on the schedule that they have, based on the location, and even traffic updates are there in Salesforce Maps. So this is a tool very helpful for people who are on the field. Then we have Spiff. So I would talk more about Spiff in the coming slides. So next, I would like to show you a quick video. It's a 1-minute video which walks you through all these tools, give you a quick glimpse of what these tools are. So it's a video by Salesforce, and let's have a view of that video and come back.
Integrated processes and data enable sales teams to achieve their targets. Salesforce maximizes performance from planning to paycheck. Start by setting your team up for success with strategic sales plans that intelligently align targets, quota, and headcount. Salesforce Sales Planning uses your existing data to make the process simple, fast, and effective. From there, execute on strategic revenue initiatives and close productivity gaps with Salesforce sales programs. Guide sellers to success with AI-powered coaching and relevant resources, surfaced as reps need them directly within their existing workflows. Next, use Salesforce Maps to pair location intelligence with customer data for a more efficient and productive sales process. Discover new areas of opportunity while maximizing time spent with customers in the field, all at scale. Finally, incentivize the right selling behaviors and motivate your team with Salesforce Spiff. Automate commission calculations, reduce administrative overhead, and align your sales team with compensation plans optimized for revenue growth. Ignite sales performance from planning to paycheck with Sales Cloud, powered by the #1 AI CRM. To get started, visit salesforce.com/SPM.
Hope that gave all of you an idea of the different SPM tools. Now, let's dive into Salesforce Spiff. What is Spiff? So, as I've mentioned, it is an incentive compensation management tool. So, this tool basically automates the incentive management process by creating plans, assigning teams to a particular plan, quota, and so on. So, it has a lot of features that helps in the incentive management process, automating incentive management process. I would like to highlight three things of a Spiff which would help organizations. One is, the way Spiff can be used to scale the incentive compensation management across the company, across the company. So, it's very flexible in adding plans, updating plans. If there's a pop-up bonus that's coming in, it's easy to add that in, and the sales reps can immediately see what they gain for that bonus based on the data that is there in Salesforce. So, scaling plans, and interestingly, that's something that it was something very new to us. First of all, the ICM space itself was something very new for me as a technical person. It was just, okay, you get a commission out of, if you reach a certain target, you get a commission. That was as simple as that for me. But after we did a couple of projects in Spiff, that is when we realized, it is an art by itself. Having the commissions planned, planning those rules, planning those commission, giving out those commission plans, figuring out or coming up with the commission plans itself is really creative, and it's a world by on itself. So we've seen, all the we've done 5 projects, and all the 5 projects, it is different. The commission calculations, the way they handle the commissions, the percentage, not the percentages, but the different KPIs that they use, or there's a lot of difference in the way companies calculate incentives. So for us, to be honest, the challenge was more of understanding the ICM space, knowing its terminologies, and the history behind the ICM space was the learning curve, rather than learning Spiff. Spiff tool was pretty straightforward, and we were able to you know learn the product, and learn the tool and implement it. But translating that business perspective to the technical, as always, that's the challenging part, right? So mastering that was our challenge that we took up. So then comes visibility. Visibility is real-time visibility to the sales representative. So as I mentioned, what they will earn for a particular plan, which all opportunities are part of a particular plan. If they sell X amount of products, what will the commission that they will receive? So that level of visibility of the commissions that they will earn. So traditionally, people used to get commission statement at the end of the commission period. So here it was more of uh, visibility was not, it's at real time visibility based on the real time data that is there in the CRM. Then comes transparency and accuracy. So again, traditionally everything was done manually. There's a data is pulled from CRMs and very powerful systems like Salesforce, but the calculations were happening in Excel. So there is possibility of manual errors, and again, transparency. What is the calculation behind it? What is the quota that is set for me? And so on was something that was a gray area for the sales representatives. So with this tool, that is also addressed. So now I would like to show you a quick demo of the Spiff tool, what it offers, and then we will dive into the challenges that we faced. this, I have logged in as a sales rep, and this is the first home screen, or what we call as the statement page of the sales representative. So first they get a glimpse of their achievements, what they earned, the plans that they are part of. So a sales rep can be part of multiple plans. So for this particular sales rep, he's part of the direct sales commission plan, and these are the opportunities which was commissioned for the sales rep in January 2025. Moving down, if there is a one-time bonus or a kicker, those information can be seen for this particular sales representative. Now, if they want to switch months, they can see the relevant information of that particular month. Now, if a sales representative want to see more information on how much was the commission that he or she received for a particular opportunity, they can dig deep into one of the deal and see the commission details of that particular deal. And further down, if they want to drill down and see into what was the actual calculations that went behind that commission, they can also come and see that in this view. So the other options, let me just go back. So the other options that they can do is they can raise a ticket. So if they have a concern with regarding to this particular statement, and if there is an issue, there is a ticketing system here, so that they can raise their case. Okay, now I've jumped into the admin view here. If you see, so this is the admin view. So this in the admin view, we see all the total of all the plans, all the sales representatives, and since this is integrated with Salesforce, we can see the integration status here, current and healthy. So the integration is working fine. The admins, particularly, they can create teams. So if organization is divided into regions, so they can have regions and team members under each region, or however other team structure works, they can create teams here in Salesforce. So the users in Spiff, is if we are connecting it with Salesforce, the Salesforce users can be synced over to Spiff. Otherwise, if it is not connected, even Spiff can be used independently. So if it's not connected, they can create new users in Spiff. Then comes the plan. So there can be different plans for an organization across the multiple years. Then comes quotas. So each team can have a quota, or the quota can also be divided into um, multiple sectors. Then another interesting factor here is the data source. So Spiff can be connected to multiple data sources. So Salesforce is the out of the box connection that can be done, and in this instance specifically, we've used Excel imports and Salesforce as the data source. Other than Salesforce, it can be connected to multiple other data sources, and it can be done through Workato connector. So that is these are the list of connections that can be done. If there's something that is not in this list too, with Workato, we can custom build the connection as well. Now, moving on, so this is the designer space. So the designer is where all the calculations, all the worksheets, and the magic happens in the designer. So this is the plan that we were looking out for. So David is our go-to man. Let me go to David Chan. Okay, so no, this is the total kicker commission. The worksheets that is behind calculating the commissions is what you can see here. It is similar to an Excel sheet. We can add calculation values. You can pull in information from different other data sheets and add in the values here. So each sheet is specific to a particular sales rep. So when you add a sales rep to a particular plan, then we can filter down data and the plans according to that sales rep. And we can even give other filter criteria like opportunity ID or stage IDs, etc., for as a filter condition. So each time, to get everything calculated, we need to click on this calculate button here to reconcile all the calculations and formulas that we have built in. Okay. So this is basically quick overview of Spiff. There is there are a lot of other options. Just I'm just giving you a very very high level overview of what can be done with Spiff. Now, moving on, I would like to go into the issues that we faced while implementing, while our first implementation. First thing was there is no sandbox. So Spiff does not have a sandbox or a test environment attached to its live environment, and also the live environment cannot be connected with the Salesforce sandbox. So all the data that we work with and all the calculation, everything is live in the system. And if you have noticed, even the demo that I just gave was a dev environment, a playground that we had received, and not an actual client environment, because all client environments have actual client data in it. So the issue that occurs is when if the system, if we are building up a greenfield system, it is absolutely no problem. But if we are working out on an existing system, then we need to be really really careful when we update an existing setting or updating an existing plan, because that's going to affect everything. So there is no undo option in Spiff. So if you make a change in the calculation, that is changed forever. There's no backup, or there's no undo option for Spiff. So we need to be very careful when we are building and playing around with existing plans and existing system. So two, the backdated sync. So as I mentioned, Spiff can be connected to different platforms. So one being Salesforce. So when we connect to Salesforce, it is possible to do a backdated sync. So by default, the backdated sync is possible only for 1 year worth of data. If you need a sync for previous year's data, then we need to raise a case with Salesforce. So this kind of learned in the hard way, because we assumed that all data as per our filters would come inside Spiff, but that didn't happen. And we had to look, the calculations were not working out, and then we had to do a lot of digging to understand that okay, it's only 1 year worth of data in Spiff. We need to raise a case. We had to raise a case, and then they had to help us out with pulling in the rest of the data from Salesforce. So by default, only 1 year worth of data can be pulled. So the third is again related to data sets, working with large data sets. So if we are pulling in like the whole historical data into Spiff, then Spiff in the data sheet that you saw, so I can maybe go back. It is possible that the sheet can freeze. So if the number of rows are really high, and the Spiff instance will stall if the number of data is large. So it is always advisable. So just trying to find the data sheet. Okay, let me go back here. So this would be the opportunity data here. Yeah, so this one. So over here, if we have like a million record, definitely you will not even be able to scroll down, because the system is going to stall. So always better to have only the required data pulled into Salesforce. And when you have create a worksheet or a data sheet, you have the relevant filters added, so that you have the subset of the data that you required for the calculation. So apply all relevant filters and get only the required data. And same with respect to formulas. So if you have one formula field with a lot of fields involved and a lot of calculations done in one single cell, then that is also going to cause issues. So it was always good to slice and dice the formulas, break down the formulas, and then stitch them together for a better performance. So that was with regarding to large data set and complex formulas. Now the third aspect is customizing the widget. So Spiff has the option to customize the widgets. Let me again go back. So this is the widget, or this is the space where the widgets are added, and Spiff offers so standard as well as custom widgets. So if I go in here, add tile, it gives us some standard fields as well as we can select from custom fields to add in the widget. The only issue here is when we add a custom field, so the custom fields are tied to a data sheet. And in the data sheet, even if you have a field of type currency, when it comes to the widget, it treats it as a text. So if you know the currency field always will have the dollar sign and the currency sign and then the number, and with the format of like with a comma or a dot and so on. But when you have that currency field onto a widget, that completely goes off. So it treats as a text, and you will only see like 2500 value, no dollar, no comma, no dot, etc. So then we will have to create a custom sheet to format those into the desired format to show in the widget. So if you see here, so we have a separate sheet for the widget, and these are kind of formulas that was put in to format those fields. And then the interesting, again, some interesting factor is we can add in some emojis here, some icons here, so that it can show up in the widget. So maybe we will see if we can bring up this field, total direct sales commission. Exit. So total direct sales commission, regular, and so if you see this is kind of a formatted value here. So the dollar sign, etc., had to be formatted to bring into this widget. If the formatting was done, it would be just the 500, just that value that would come up. So that was one weird drawback that we saw here in Spiff. So moving back. So the final one I would like to share is custom payout periods. So that is also a common scenario that we've seen around the customers, that the payout periods are not always uniform. So it is not annually or quarterly. So some companies have bi-monthly payouts, some has semi-annually payouts. So Spiff by default offers only three structures, that is monthly, quarterly, and annually. So anything other than which falls other than these three standard cadence, then we will have to kind of tweak the logic a bit. So in our example, the client had a bi-monthly payout. So then we had to kind of slice that down into monthly payouts, then calculate it into bi-monthly, and then give the final value. So the out of the box cadence did not help. So we had to kind of build calculations around the monthly cadence to come up with the bi-monthly payouts. So that is one key thing that we need to keep in mind, that Spiff offers standard monthly, quarterly, and annually payout period. So with this, we've almost come to an end of the session. Those were few of the pain points that we had with Spiff, and what we did. I hope it helped. You found some interesting tips and tricks, and or even at least it was helpful for all of you to see what Spiff does. So I hope you all enjoyed the session. If you have any questions, or if you want to know more about any specific area, please do reach out to me. So you can reach out to me via email. So this is my email address, pranu@android.com, or feel free to connect with me in LinkedIn. So this is my LinkedIn page QR code. I'm just taking a moment to thank the YeurDreamin team. So there's a lot of effort that has gone behind organizing such a big event. So thank you and congratulations, all of you, for organizing such a great event. So hope to speak to you all soon in another event. So till then, bye bye.